Now I'm walking back up the path from down that way. That's the car park in the Dimmingsdale area. If you stick to the right side of the pond, come up the path here. There's Push Block. Just there. Then down here we are into Pine Block. That easy. Can walk up there for push. A nice little shelter spot if it does rain. Back down to the path. And then up on the right here is Cottage Rocks, which is one of the popular blocks down in Churnet. Presumably so named due to its proximity to the cottage. Nice bench here with a view of the trees. Presumably at some point you had a better view of the valley before the trees grew up there. You need a stepladder to get on this bench. I forgot I'm not wearing the thingy microphone, so this is directional. I did, when I was climbing earlier, hear the woodpecker about somewhere, but he seems to have gone quiet. That's a nice bit of charred rock. Yeah, I think about 6 or 7 years ago, not long after I first got into climbing, someone must have had a barbecue or something around here and set fire to the place, because people are smart. So this area was closed off for a bit. Bird box. Now this bit of rock isn't in the guidebook, which makes me think there were no climbs on it to begin with. It could be worth exploring someday. I'm sure there's a lot of barbecue reference climb names you could come up with for that. Then another little outcrop here. Remember I came with a friend years ago, and there's like a V0 on here. This block's called Bazaar, and all the guidebook says is the arete, and then points an arrow at the rock. It's that Well, what the hell does that mean? It looks like there's more chalk on it these days. So I'm guessing up there. You know what, at some point it might be worth coming and checking this out again. It looks like it's seen more usage over the past couple of years. I think there's only 2 climbs on it, maybe 3. But this is a nice bit of woodland. Walking a little further along brings you into Ouseldale, and up there is Ousel Crag, and it looks like there's someone climbing up there. That's one that I've only checked out a couple of times. So I think some point this summer I may give that one another look in. Let's not step in the horse poo. Yeah, watch out for the horse poo along here. And I think that's it for as far as crags go along this bit. Fairly easy as far as walkings go, they're mostly along the main path and just off a little bit. In fact, the only steep bit you've got around here is when you come from the track down by the mill pond and then split off up to the Cottage Rocks way around there. The rest of it is pretty much flat. Going to keep walking for a bit. I like how it opens up here. Don't know if it'll show on this, but just through the tree there is Alton Castle. We've got wind up here, so let's see if this little microphone cover does its job well. Again, I don't think you'll see it from here, but right on the peak there is Alton Castle. Stayed there back in year 6. And then I think year 7 or 8ish or 9ish. That's interesting. What rock's that? I don't think it'll show here either, but where that tree is there, just to the left, there's a rock face. Just wondering which one that is. Trying to get my bearings of whereabout we are in relation to the rest of the valley. People walking along there. People walking along the path there, and I think that loops back round to here eventually. It's definitely not cottage. Or is it? No. I don't think it is. It's another runner and dog walker. It might be, you know. I think that might be Cottage Rock. In fact, I'm fairly certain it is. That's interesting. Next time I'm there, if I think about it, I'll have to look this way and see if I can see this outcrop. But yeah, there's no climbs on this bit, but this is a nice little area. You'd get a decent looking sunset from up here as well, or sunrise. Is that west or east I'm facing? I have no idea. Let's see how well the compass on my phone is going to work. I think the sun rises over there actually. Where are we? Yeah, that's east. South is that way. East is that way, so we get the sunrise down here, up here. And then west and north. So yeah, it's a good spot for a sunrise. Not such a good spot for the sunset because, well, it's the wrong direction. Nice little picnic area as well. This is also one of the mountain bikers' playgrounds. You know what, I don't think I've ever been up along that bit proper. Let's go have a gander at that. I'm about 25% left on this battery as well. It hasn't gone red yet, the symbol, but it will do soon. Fortunately, while I was back at the van, I picked up my spares, just in case. Yep, nice little mountain biking path. Course, whatever they call them. So if something happened to my fingers and I couldn't climb anymore, that might be something to need to get into. If I couldn't climb anymore, I have absolutely no idea what I would do. Sell the van, get a boat. That'd be way too expensive. Oh, cool. They've got a bridge as well. Or a ramp. I'm guessing this is the starting point. That there's a bit of a route. I am more surprised to find that there's a bin house here than there's a litter around. Okay, it looks like it loops around that way. Comes down here. And right along there's the path that I think we're going to walk down next. Just having a quick look at next week's weather. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday wet, but then after that it's drying up, getting towards sunny and 17 degrees. So that pretty much fits in with my plan, I think, of not doing too much climbing over the next week. Focus a bit more on recovery, and then towards the end of the week, / getting at the weekend, do more climbing. Right, moving on. One day I'm going to have to go that way, see where that goes to. But as I am ready to get out of here for today, we shall head back down here, which takes us back into the valley, coming out right near Gentleman's Rock. Uh-oh. Battery's gone red. So coming just through here, if I can remember where about, yes. It's this bench here. And if you go, oh, there it is. A little bit of rock right there. That is Swampy's Rock, which is another nice little area to hang out in. Got some good climbing on that. And one harder climb as well that I never managed to get. Although I think a bit of the rock might have broke off since I first tried it. Last time I went it looked like there was a fresh rock there, but I would like to go back to that at some point as well. So you can go from that bench there along to there, or that bench down there, up here and along. But I'm going to get back down to this lower path now, which takes us back to the steps. Don't know if the microphone's picking it up, but you can hear the water from here. I'm going to make use of this bench to swap out my batteries first, before I go down any further. And there we go, back up to 100. And if you just look down there, that's the river. I assume it has a name. Tell you one thing, it is not particularly nice walking up here with a bouldering pad and a backpack full of climbing gear on your back. I remember that killing me last time. It's not a whole lot easier if you come the longer way round, which I just have. People who say that doing stuff like running and cardio isn't good for climbers, yeah it is, because you've got to do stuff like this for walk-ins. And you need cardio for that. Here we go. Is it? Yes. Down these steps here. Looks like they've got quite a bit of the shrubbery and stuff down. I don't remember it being this open. And then there's a picnic bench at the bottom here. I'm going to keep the camera running here, just so you got an idea of where about Gentleman's Rock is in relation to this bit. Because all of these crags here are on a pretty nice loop around. So Gentleman's Rock is right up in there. There you go, up there. And then you just follow this path around, back down to the car park. And here we are, back at the van. It's busy. I am overall quite happy with how that went. That is ending this week quite a bit better than last week ended. It's making me feeling better about my climbing again. Yes, I'm happy I've got that 6C+. I am looking forward to going back to the Pine Buttress and giving them a go. And I should have another look at what's on Cottage Rocks to play on. I know I've done a handful of them on there, but I've not done all of them. Also, this Muppets park so close to me that getting out of here is going to be a pain now. Because the car park exits that way. I need to swing out that way. I might have to reverse out that way a bit, shuffle the van over that way so I can get enough room to swing out. Just gonna wait for these cars that are driving in and out to stop shuffling up and down. More mountain bikers. That's one going. Right. Now that it's quieting down a little bit, let's see about getting out of here and going home for some dinner.